G'day y'all. I've been keeping track of some new perfume releases or upcoming releases, and some of them I'm kind of excited about, and I want to talk about them with you. I've got a list, I think about 10, 15, something like that. The first fragrance I want to talk about, and I was like, I have to make a video. I saw a photo leak of it and I was like, oh, this is me. I'm getting this. I don't care what the notes are. I'm probably just going to end up buying it because you guys know I do love Mugler. Even the new ones, they've had a lot of alien flankers that I've really loved. Some of them more on my favorites list for 2023. You guys know I love Goddess Intense, Fusion, Flora Futura is another one that I really like. They have finally released the notes for a new alien flanker called Hypersense. This one's got rich fruit, so it's got green mandarin and pear. Green mandarin, okay, interesting. We've got floral accords, you've got your jasmine, of course, and then woodsy notes, so cashmere. So I'm very interested about the green mandarin. I don't know if I've ever smelled green mandarin as a note in a fragrance. You know what, honestly, I'll probably just end up blind buying it. I'm curious to see when we get this one to Australia. Sometimes it depends on the scent, but sometimes with designers, Australia's not too far behind with designer scents. Maybe like a month or two later we'll get stuff actually in person to smell. So unfortunately Mugler does not have an Australian version of their site, so I'm completely having to depend on either David Jones or Meyer. Probably David Jones, I would think. That's where I usually go to smell anything Mugler. Curious to see how quickly it will take for this one to get here, but I think if I can't smell it in the store but it's available online, I'll probably just buy it. Yeah, I'm happy to do that with Mugler, especially with alien flankers. I do really like alien, even the new reformulated alien. So I'm excited to smell this. It seems a bit brighter and greener, and that excites me. I would love to see some more green fragrances from Mugler, especially since they don't make Aura anymore seemingly, and they didn't really do much with it. I think there was like a couple of flankers. You had the original and then you had an EDT of that, and then there was like I think like one or two flankers of Aura. So loving that, very excited. Will absolutely blind buy as long as I can actually get access to it here in Australia. Next one that I cannot afford to blind buy, but I am very excited to buy a decant of. More than happy. I don't think we ever have Initio in person in Adelaide to smell, so this would be a decant purchase. But they have this new fragrance, Narcotic Delight. This one I saw the notes and I was like, I'm of two minds about this one. You've got top notes of cherry, love that, pink pepper and black pepper. Okay, don't love pink pepper. I think you guys know that about me now. Black pepper I don't mind though, so I'm curious to see how strongly those notes are, because if they're not too forward, I think I might like this one. And then you've got cognac, Hedione, and then base notes of tobacco and vanilla. I think when I saw this one and I saw the notes, I was like, oh, cherry. I think it was, I don't know if it was this one. I must have seen it right after Black Opium Over Red, that new flanker, which I'll touch on that one too. But I feel like I've been seeing a lot of cherry pop up recently, and I feel like I've been seeing a lot of cherry, and I feel like this is a cherry year. I don't know. I'm just feeling it in my bones. This is literally based off nothing. It's just based off vibes. But I feel like this could be a cherry year. So we had vanilla. We had our vanilla year. 2023 was the vanilla year. I feel like maybe we're going to start to swing the other way. We want some really sour, tart, prominent cherry notes. I don't know. I feel like I've been seeing it a lot recently, but this is just anecdotal. I will definitely be buying a decant of this for sure. Loving the booziness, love tobacco and white florals, beautiful, and the prominent cherry note. Curious to see the longevity. I know cherry is commonly a note that doesn't tend to last, so very curious about that one. I'm seeing it compared to Side Effect, which love Side Effect, love the smell of Side Effect, and if this is like that but that cherry thrown in, I think I'll like this one. Okay, and like I mentioned, Black Opium Over Red. I'm sure this one has been talked into the ground. This is another one that I think I might, I can actually buy this one on the YSL website. Will I though? I don't know. So for example, on the YSL website in Australia, a 30 ml bottle is $137. I'm sorry, but surely someone is decanting it yet. I don't see anyone who has decants in Australia yet. So, and I don't see it at Meyer. I don't see it at David Jones. It looks like it's just on the Australian YSL website, which is a little disappointing. But that one, I don't know. If I'm not going to be able to smell it, then so be it. I'm definitely not going to buy 30 mils for $130. That is crazy. Not doing that. But yeah, I would love to smell it. But just, I'm not going to drop that amount of money. The notes look really yummy. I'm seeing vanilla, cherry. Is that tiare flower? What is that? Oh, it's white jasmine, coffee, obviously. I want to smell it. I want to smell it, but am I going to pay that much for it to blind buy? No, I don't like black opium enough. And even Les Parfums, I don't mind Les Parfums. I mean, I wasn't like head over heels for it or anything. So I don't know. I've just been very underwhelmed with Black Opium and a lot of the flankers. Probably not one I would be like fighting to get. Okay, next one I want to talk about. Who is Elijah? I want to talk more about local brands, Australian brands. I want to support local business, and I feel like Who is Elijah has been growing. I've been seeing it more kind of on the international map, which I love. I know they're making strides, getting into retailers in the US, getting into the UK, and I love that for them, love that for her. She just released a new fragrance, and I was very excited for this one because a lot of her scents are very wood heavy. Now, I did do a full video on Who is Elijah fragrances. We smelled every single one, me and my husband. So if you're interested in that video, I will link it, but they're all unisex. So she released Ocean Eyes. It just came out this month. So you've got grapefruit and mandarin orange. You've got seawater and juniper in the heart, and in the dry down, you've got musk and amberwood. This one, I think I'm gonna end up buying a 5 ml sample if they don't get it in our local pharmacies. I don't know when that will happen. This can be another problem because 5 mils is $30. That's not even including shipping, actually. $27, not even including shipping. So don't know, probably like another $10. So you're talking about nearly $40 for 5 mils of a fragrance. That's a lot, but I would love to be able to smell this one in a local pharmacy because I know sometimes Priceline gets them. I'm excited to see one like this from her. This has got seawater. I don't think we've seen anything salty from Who is Elijah, so I'm very keen to smell this. Looks very bright and appropriate for the time of year. We're right in the midst of our hot summers. I mean, we just had like a 40+ degree day, so I would have loved to have this fragrance on that day and bathe those citrusy top notes. So yeah, very keen to smell this one. I mean, the notes do look more masculine. You've got a juniper. I'm worried it might be a little bit too masculine for me. There's like no real sweetness in there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much the amberwood maybe warms it up. Not frothing over it, but I am very keen to smell this one when it gets into a local chemist. So Musk Nude for Her by Narciso Rodriguez. Now this one, I have to say, I haven't loved Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. I think the musk and a lot of the scents don't appeal to me personally. There's some that I've liked and been like, yeah, that she's cute. Like she's kind of clean and cute, but there's never been like scent that I've like frothed over. So I don't know. This one's kind of on my radar. It's got rose in there, which I love. Love orange blossom. In the top, you've got jasmine and white flowers. You got pink pepper, which I'm like, don't know if I love that. But then you got patchouli. And looking at the accords here, it looks like the patchouli might be a more prominent note in this scent. So I'm like, okay, rose patchouli. I'm into that. I'm a rose patchouli girl. I love that combination. This one, wouldn't blind buy this one. I'd definitely make a trip to the department store just to smell this one. I am very curious if I would like this. I'm still hoping to find a Narciso Rodriguez scent that I love, and I haven't found that yet. Interested, not frothing, but interested. So next, I've got JPG Paradise Garden for women. They're releasing a flanker of Belle and then a flanker of Beau at the same time. So they've got one for women, one for men. So I'll touch on both really quickly. So for the Belle, the note breakdown is very simple here. You've got blue lotus at the top. In the heart, you've got iris, and vanilla in the dry down. So the iris is what, like, I mean, you guys know how I feel about iris. I'm an iris girly. I love iris. And Blue Lotus, I don't think I've ever smelled, let's see, Blue Lotus. I want to know more about Blue Lotus. So apparently Blue Lotus smells like waxy, kind of spicy and warm. I'm eager to see how that mixes with a nice powdery earthy iris. I'm very excited for this one. I think I might blind buy this one actually. If I see this pop up for purchase and I can't smell it in the store, it might be one that I blind buy. I do love La Belle. I love La Belle Les Parfums. That's probably my favorite of the JPG fragrances, I reckon. And then you've got the Le Beau flanker. So in this one, you've got watery mint, ginger, some greenness. In the heart, you've got coconut, fig, and salt. In the dry down, you've got sandalwood and tonka bean. So probably less interested in the Le Beau flanker. The coconut and salt actually sounds nice. It sounds like a very fresh tropical scent. This one I'll probably smell when and if it comes to a department store. I'm not going to be going out of my way to get this one, but I am curious to smell this Le Beau flanker as well. So might end up blind buying the La Belle Paradise. Unsure about Le Beau. I'll have to ask my husband what he thinks about these notes, but a lot of times I'm just like, well, I'm interested. I want to smell it. What if I want to wear it, you know? Okay, moving away from designers for a little bit, I have my eye on this new Lush fragrance. It's called New Romantics. This one is meant to kind of give like an 80s vibe. So I'm interested in that. It's claims to be a more like warming, fruity scent. Features notes of orange and Davana. It seems like a very cheerful scent just by looking at it. The promotion images are giving very relaxed and casual. I don't know. I don't go nuts over Lush scents, but if I do go to the CBD to smell some of these other scents, I definitely would make a stop at Lush and see if they have that one. It looks like they've got it on their website now. So this one's been released already. It's $60 Australian for 30 mils. But I'll probably go and smell this one. It's got pimento berry oil and Davana oil. Not what I'm frothing over. Sounds interesting. I will definitely make a stop to Lush and smell that one. Now, I was scrolling on Instagram and I don't know if I'll be able to find the ad, but I found this ad for Tsu Lange Yor, and it's actually a brand started by Troye Sivan and I think his brother. I think that's what he said. So I think it's Tsu Lange Yor. Apparently Yiddish for 2 long years and 2 good years. So it seems like more of a maybe kind of home goods, self-care kind of brand. So he's got some fragrances. He's got some candles as well. They've also got oil burners, and those look very trendy and aesthetic. They've got a dreidel. Is Troye Sivan Jewish? Oh my God, Troye Sivan is Jewish. Okay, well that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so interesting. So it seems more of a like home fragrance, personal fragrance, all around brand. So it looks like he's got 3 different eau de parfums listed here. So he's got the first one, TLY 5755. This one's got black pepper. I love that they add on here if the notes are native. So they've got black pepper, Australian sandalwood, Tasmanian mountain pepper. It's got isoe super in there, ambroxan, vanilla, coumarin, Buddha wood, which is another Australian native. So this one claims to be dry, spicy, woody, musky, and green. It sounds very masculine. So I don't know how much, but looks like he's got 2 sizes listed on his website. He's got 25 mil and 50 mil, $230 reduce. That's a pretty penny for a small size, my guy. Okay, let's look at the other ones here. Okay, this one we've got Pool. So this one is berry, fruity, summery, and green. So we've got cucumber, lychee, raspberry, tomato leaf, cassis, ginger. Oh, ginger in the dry down. Again, this is another one that seems very bright. Cucumber, lychee, raspberry. These are giving very like bright and tart and citrusy fruits. Definitely looks great for summer. Maybe more masculine leaning for this one, which makes sense for him. And then he's got a third one listed here. This one definitely looks very masculine. You've got black pepper, clary sage in the middle, sandalwood dry down. We love Australian sandalwood. We love native ingredients. I mean, listen, these wouldn't appeal to me personally. They seem quite masculine in the note breakdown and in the scent description, so not for me. But it is interesting to see how this brand grows, if it does grow. And who knows, maybe he will come out with some more feminine, sweeter fragrances. But if not, I don't know, that was there. I thought I would mention that because I saw it. I saw the ad pop up on Instagram and I was like, Okay, next one I wanted to mention, Boss the Scent Elixir For Her by Hugo Boss. So this is part of a release of 2. So they had a masculine scent and a feminine scent. The feminine scent is like, I am very curious about how this smells. It's got pink pepper in the top. Okay, not loving that, but you've got belladonna in the middle and ambergris in the base. So I am hoping that the belladonna helps to convey like a darkness, because I've really been hunting for some kind of dark, dirty scents, and this looks to be just what I'm looking for. It looks right up my current alley, trying to find some like just dark without being spicy, because I've been able to find lots of like dark spicy fragrances, but I want like a dark dirty but still got floral, you know, that floraliness from belladonna. So I'm hoping this one isn't too sweet, although I see people, I don't know if this can be true, but I see some people are comparing it to L'Entrée, which if that's the case, well, I don't know about that then. I don't know, I want something like deep and dirty and dark, and like I probably wouldn't blind buy this one just because I'm not sure about the belladonna. I'm very curious how the interpretation of the belladonna is in this one, but I'm definitely interested and will be keeping an eye on this one and see when it pops up in Australia so that I can smell it. I wanted to touch on a couple of Escada scents because there's one that's been on my radar. So this one popped up on the Chemist Warehouse website, Brisa Cubana by Escada. This one has got notes of mojito and lime in the top. It's got mint and Mariposa Lily. Listen, I love mojito, I love lime, love mint, love everything that mojito encapsulates. And it's something not overly sweet from Escada, so I am very keen to get this one. So they have this one on a local pharmacy's website, but not in store. And I don't want to have to pay for the shipping costs because they don't offer free shipping. So I'm basically just waiting for this one to be in stores, and as soon as it is, I'll go run and pick it up. But yeah, this one is on my radar. I've been checking like Chemist Warehouse every single day to see when it actually arrives in the store so I can go and pick it up. And I wanted to do a dedicated review on this one. I want to do a first impression and all of that. So I'm very keen to smell this one. Again, perfect time of year for this. Nice, refreshing citrus green. And then another one that they have released recently is Nectar de Costa Rica. This one has got mango and pineapple on the top. It's got some white florals in there. It's got orange blossom. Love orange blossom with fruit. And a musk and cedar dry down. Another yummy, fruity scent story from looking at this by Escada. Whether or not it's revolutionary, I don't know. I don't really care. It looks really good. They're inexpensive enough that I don't feel too bad blind buying these ones. And really, I don't think I've smelled an Escada fragrance I disliked. I mean, they're pretty mass appealing in general. So yeah, I'm probably going to be getting that one. If I see it pop up in person for me to just snag, I would definitely be picking this one up as well. Oh, I see it online. 100 Australian dollars? No way, you're crazy. Usually if we get them in like a pharmacy in Australia, they're around $40 for Escada fragrances, which that I'm willing to pay. $100? Not so much. All right, that is all for this video. This is kind of a new format for me, but I saw this alien flanker and I was like, I really want to make a video just talking. I want to share my excitement, and I don't really have anyone to do that with in person. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. Should I do these more often? Do you enjoy just sitting here and chit-chatting about fragrances and, you know, getting excited about what's coming out? I'm very excited to see what 2024 brings. I need to make a bingo card, like a fragrance bingo card. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.